Okay, this is the closet, the hallway closet. And this is the water heater. Water heater video. Yay, water heater video. Alright, the gas line has an escutcheon plate. This gas line coming to the water heater does have a sediment trap, unlike the furnace. This is what was missing at the furnace. It's electronic ignition, so we won't be able to see the burner compartment. There's the care and use manual. Unlike the furnace, that's called a care and use manual. So this little plate right in here, that is for the safety pan, because this house probably wasn't plumbed for a safety pan originally. So we have this sensor which turns off the water to the water heater if you have a problem. That's an acceptable application. It's an acceptable application, just like that. So that's good for them. That's nice. We learned it's a 50-gallon water heater and it's about 2 years old. They last about 10. So it's a young man. One thing I'm not seeing here is I'm not seeing a building permit. So it's installed. We're supposed to have a building permit for a water heater. Now the temperature pressure relief drain is supposed to be insulated, and it's not. And in Texas, Dallas, and in the International Residential Code, and probably this city, you're supposed to have an air gap for your temperature pressure relief valve inside the same room closet as the water heater. We do not have an air gap. Another thing we have here that we shouldn't have, this fitting that goes out to the temperature pressure relief drain line is not supposed to be threaded. You see you got threads in there? So you can just unscrew that and disconnect it. And in theory, and nobody's going to do it, I get that, and in theory, then you can cap it off. So the code says that it should not be threaded. That fitting does not belong on the temperature pressure relief valve drain. It does not have an air vacuum, and it's not insulated. And the water supply lines coming into the water heater, they also should be insulated, and they're not. And they're not. Up in here, I don't know if the LED lights sometimes are your enemy, but we can see that the electrical bonding is on the cold water pipe coming into the water heater. That's acceptable. That's okay. That's a good thing. You're not supposed to have tape on your flue, though. Sure or not. Tape doesn't go there. It's supposed to go, you can screw it together. It's supposed to fit together. It's not supposed to be taped together. Sure or not. And in this flue in the attic, there's no way I can tell. In fact, it looks very much like this flue is not properly supported in the attic. So what did we learn? We learned that we got thread fittings on our TMP drain line. We do not have an air gap on our PNT drain line. Our TMP drain line is not insulated. A permit is not available. Might be. I encourage you to find one. Permit's not visible. We learned that the water supply lines coming to the tank were not insulated. We also learned that tape was on the flue, and the flue was not properly supported in the attic. That's what we learned today with the water heater.